I know you guys don't believe Jabril
Yes.
is the creator, right? But how do you know that the message that this angel was carrying was from the creator? How do you know that?
Now, my dear brother, what you're asking me is how do I know if the message from Jibril that
Hmm.
came from the message of God given to Muhammad,
How do
peace be
you know?
upon
How do you know that he was really Jabril? How do you know that the message was from the creator? How do you know? How do you, as a Muslim, know for a fact? Like, what facts do you have to prove that it came from the creator?
now, just like asking you this question, right? And I don't, before I go ahead and answer to that question, it's just like asking you this question. How do you know Jesus is God?
Yeah. So we know it through divine revelation. However,
Yes, and exactly what
I
I
could
just said.
walk you through exactly why I believe that Jesus, why I believe in what Jesus preached, why I believe in the New Testament, why I believe in the whole Bible, why I believe that Jesus, his message came from the Creator and the Bible came from the Creator. I can walk you through all that if you want, but first I want to know, with Christianity to the side, you as a Muslim, how do you know that the Quran, like, how did you ever stop and think this message came from Jibril and this message and it was given to Muhammad? How do you confirm that the message that this spirit was giving Muhammad was actually from the creator? Like, how do you confirm that? You as a Muslim, how did you ever think of that? What I'm saying is, how do you confirm that this message, the revelation of the Quran, came from the creator? Like, you're flipping it back onto me, but I'm asking you,
Yeah,
how
so
do
I'm gonna
you
go.
know
I'm
that this book
continuing.
came from the creator? How do you know that this is came from the creator? So you're gonna bring the preservation of the Quran,
Yeah, so
bro.
the preservation has never
A
been
lie
true.
could be preserved. A lie could be preserved. It
Yeah,
doesn't,
so
like,
so
there's a lot of different writings that are preserved that are not
so
from
if
God.
Muhammad
So what?
was never able to read, nor was he able to write, how was he given this source of miracle to be able to have the Quran that's here today?
I just told you he had an experience with a spirit, right?
Yes, so indeed, yes.
Okay,
I'm asking you,
that's how he did it.
if he wasn't able to read or write, was the Quran not preserved in this sort of fallacy?
No, bro. I mean, I just told you he had help with a spirit. I agree with that. There was a spirit that came to him, and that's how
Right.
he got the revelation. That's fine.
Now, let me
But going
ask you
back
a
to my
question.
question is, how do we know that this spirit came from the creator? How do we know that? If Muhammad is not, if I don't have a confirmation, and if we see that the scriptures that we have
Yes.
and
So would you like significant proof?
are inconsistent with Muhammad's teachings, then we have that his teachings are saying that, or at least the people's teachings that follow Muhammad say that our scriptures are corrupted, therefore they're not credible in order to determine whether he's a prophet or not. So then it leads to this question for me. It leads, how do we know that the revelation he received was from the creator? Because obviously there are billions of Muslims that believe that this revelation came from the creator, and you guys are not using the Bible to affirm it. So I'm asking you, how do you affirm that the message that Muhammad received is actually from the creator? What objective proof or evidence do you have that this came from the creator? Go ahead.
One eternity later.
I don't
I'd
think
like
you've
to
ever
tell
asked
you.
yourself this question. I'll be honest with you, bro. And it's okay. Most Muslims haven't. Most Muslims just believe in the beauty of the Quran, the preservation of the Quran, the miracles of the Quran. How can an illiterate man put something together like this, and then emotionally make the decision that it came from God, but never stop to think critically and say, what if it was another spirit and not the creator that did this? And then when you really start to
Right.
think about those questions, you start to think, huh, well, what kind of objective evidence can I find to exclusively say that this came from the creator? And what you will find is there's none. None.